Hi there, this is Adrienne Brown, your homeschool mom of 8, and today I'm here to share with you the 5th grade Abeka curriculum. Okay, I don't have a 5th grader this year, but I still thought it was important or maybe useful and helpful to someone to know what the 5th grade curriculum consists of. So come along. Actually, the whole entire 5th grade Abeka curriculum. But I'm going to start off with arithmetic. As you can see, here is the teacher's curriculum. This curriculum comes with all of the lesson plans for the year. It has general information, arithmetic curriculum, and I love it because it gives me, as a homeschooling parent, an abundance of help. Even if you're not a teacher, even if you haven't taught before, you can follow the guidelines in this curriculum and you will do a good job as far as helping your child to get through 5th grade curriculum. And I must tell you, Abeka curriculum is a Christian curriculum. So hopefully that won't bother you and you will understand that everything they do is from a Christian perspective. Also, this curriculum book is very helpful because it gives you different types of supporting material to use. It suggests a lot of things that you can buy. Even though I have used the 5th grade curriculum for a lot of years for almost all of my children, I do not have to have, I realize that you don't have to have every single book that they suggest, or manipulatives, but it is a good idea to have this curriculum right here. Anyway, and they also give you a suggestive grading scale as your kids are taking their tests and doing their quizzes. Abeka happens to give you a suggested schedule. And I found that most of the time, I don't really go by these times because sometimes I might have a child that will take longer than 10 minutes or 35 minutes to do arithmetic. But I like the suggestion. And this is how they help you to coordinate if you're teaching more than one grade, kindergarten, grade 2, grade 4. And this does come in handy. As you can see, because I told you it was Christian based, Abeka gives some 5th grade Bible verses to help your child memorize during the year. Like right here, the first 9 weeks, they're in Philippians. Second 9 weeks would be Psalms. And third 9 weeks is Psalms and Ephesians. Fourth 9 weeks, John and 1 Peter. So let me tell you, you don't have to use those scriptures if you don't want, but that will help you to know that your child is at least memorizing scripture. Here's a planning calendar, which I don't really use the planning calendar. And I love that Abeka gives you the scope and sequence. That I do use. I follow that, and it helps me to make sure that I'm staying on track and that we have covered these particular subjects or points from the material, and I appreciate having that there. So I know that I am on track. Okay, so here we go. They give you a lot of, like I said, Abeka suggests a lot. They give you a lot of help as for being a homeschool teacher. And they give you some manipulatives, some little printouts that you can have. Play bill money to help your child color this money and then use it as you're learning how to count money. Because in the 5th grade, they're still learning these things, place value and all of that stuff. And in the back of this curriculum book, which I like, it gives you, here in the appendix, it'll give you table fact charts, planning calendars, and progress reports, which I use. Addition and subtraction families, which are awesome for your child to understand these things. I can't stress enough to where it's so important for your child to be able to memorize these things because it makes math go by that much faster. They have all of the addition and subtraction families here. And let me see. Multiplication charts. You can also order, they have bigger, large cards that you can just hold up or have them placed around your room, wherever you sit to do homeschooling during the year. You can order those from Abeka, but I just write these on the card myself. Different large sheets of paper. Here's your own blank planning calendar that you can use throughout the year. Now this right here, I love these progress reports because it gives me a place to keep track of all of the different quizzes and tests that my child has taken for the year and the Bible verses that they have memorized. And of course, these are just for my own self, but I guess they use them in Abeka if the kids were actually enrolled in Abeka Academy. But anyway, and as I said, let's go back to the pages to where they tell you what to do. This is Arithmetic Day Lesson 1. Here it gives you what to write. Abeka has a very good page layout because it shows you what to write on the chalkboard. It shows you which numbers to write down, and it gives you the answers to each one. It tells you step by step what to carry the child through as you're teaching them a new concept. It gives you little notes right here that helps you to make your teaching session even more powerful. For instance, it will say, note, answers to chalkboard problems are included in smaller and lighter type for easy reference. Okay, that's to help you right here to understand why they have it written like that. Visuals listed in italics are available from Abeka book. Other visuals are supplied by parents. Yep. Process flashcards are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division flashcards. Now, when it says they're letting you know that you see process flashcards for all processes, you can actually buy those, or you can just make them yourself, which is what I did. Use flashcards 2 to 3 times per week to review combinations. Make sure you do that because your child needs to memorize these things. And so Abeka gives you each day's plan, and if you follow it, you will stay on track. And sometimes you will have to repeat something because your child may not understand the math, so you may just have to repeat a lesson, but that's okay. You can get right back on track. See, it goes all the way up for every day of the school year. 97, all the way, I think it's 170 lessons. Let's see. 170. Come on now. Where's the last day? Yep. 170 lessons. And in this particular level, at this level, they have 17 tests. And I guess they have about 30 something quizzes, I guess. I don't know, 40 maybe. Let's see. Anyway, that's the curriculum. And I used this 2 years ago. I'm done. I'm way above. I don't have any more 5th graders. But I'm just showing you the layout of what we went through. This is, for instance, this is my teacher's book. I have it all written. And what I like about this too is if you have more than one child and you have a 5th grader and then you have someone younger than that 5th grader, all you have to do is buy 2 students' books and you can use the same teacher curriculum and the same teacher's book and the same test book. And I will encourage you to do so because Abeka has a tendency to change their books every maybe 3 to 4 years. And sometimes that can become costly. So it's a good idea to buy 2 students' books at the same time. You have to get all of the teachers' books. Okay, so here's your first lesson here. They're learning geometry. It's the first beginning of the Abeka curriculum, 5th grade curriculum. Oh, that's not the page 1. I'm sorry. What am I doing? Wait, I'm all off. Okay. Never mind my page. This book is torn up. I can't show you this though. Here are the contents here's the content of the 5th grade curriculum. They start off learning about whole numbers. That's lesson through 1 through 13. And then they start learning about measurements, English and metric measurements, fractions in lesson 28 through 70, algebraic equations. They introduce them to that, 2 algebraic equations in the 5th grade. And here's the other pages. Decimals, 5th grade, 6th grade graphs, dividing fractions, geometry, dividing the decimals. And as you can see, page 307 to 340, that's supplementary exercises, homework lessons, and handbook. Although you may not use all that stuff, but it's good to know you have it. Here's your first lesson right here. See, they're starting with what I like about Abeka. They give you a detailed explanation. They give you a lot of examples. And this may seem like a lot of work, but as the homeschool teacher, you can adjust it as you see fit. As you feel like if your child knows this particular, if they pick up on this fast, then you can skip some of the work. Like you see, green lettered problems are additional practice. So if you feel like they learn just by doing the black lettered problems, you don't have to do all of those. But it's good to have them there if you need some new, fresh problems for them to practice. It teaches them how to identify what you call the numbers that you're adding in an addition problem. And then these concepts help them to do word problems. And look at this, it's teaching them skip counting by 4s. And every other page have these have scripture where the kid can learn, memorize scripture. Subtracting whole numbers, multiplying whole numbers. And although the book allows for them to write in the book, some children will need a notebook because they just need more space. I found that it's easier to have more space. So they're learning writing larger numbers. And remember I told you before that I had to switch from a colorful curriculum like Abeka's to a black and white for one of my children because it was a lot of distraction. But most kids love all the colors and the little cartoons and stuff in the book. See, the little cartoons. Anyway, so that's Abeka's 5th grade math. And I'm sorry, like I said, this one's all ripped up because I used it 2 years in a row. And these are the quizzes and tests. And they correlate with the curriculum. Now, that's 5th grade math.